Hello everyone, my name is Jizael Miaga, and this time we're going to complete the task that has been assigned to us, which is to create a group blog. We are the group 7 and the topic that are assigned to us is to establish emotional and psychological independence from his or her parents. And this topic is about the childhood is defined by a strong reliance on one's parent. Adolescents may long to maintain that safe, secure, supportive, and reliant relationship. Being an adult, on the other hand, implies a sense of independence, autonomy, and being one's own person. Adolescents may oscillate between a desire for dependence and a desire to be self-sufficient. Adolescents may appear hostile and unwilling to cooperate is an attempt to assert their need for independence and individuality. And then my group mates will talk about the advantages and disadvantages of this topic, realistic scenarios, reflection, and the significance of this topic.
Hi! I believe that being responsible means doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done. It means setting priorities and taking action on them. When we are responsible, we don't postpone a task because it makes us uncomfortable or it is something we really don't want to do. We live up to the promises we make, not just to others, but to ourselves as well. Being responsible also means we learn to manage our time in order to accomplish our goals, but at the same time, we don't take on so much that we become overwhelmed. If we overextend ourselves, it is not healthy for our recovery and we likely won't live up to our commitments. If we take care of our commitments, even if it's something we might like to ignore, we feel better ourselves. Each step we take towards being responsible and productive helps to raise our self-esteem and our relationship with friends, family, and co-workers improve tenfold. Being responsible pays big dividends. We have much less stress and chaos in our lives, and we gain the respect of others. Is it easy to learn to be responsible? Not always. But is it worth it? Absolutely yes. Once you're an adult, you will never be able to relive your childhood again, never having the same innocence or being happy over the smallest things. You realize that being an adult is not as fancy as it seems. You're always expected to be responsible for everything. Once you turn 18, everyone tells you to act in a certain way. You cannot have too much fun because you have too many responsibilities in your head. You're supposed to do all by yourself. No matter how many advantages and disadvantages of adulthood are there, the truth is that adulthood is extremely stressful. Your sleep schedule is completely messed up, or you are constantly worrying about one thing or another. Whether you like it or not, adulthood comes in your life and you must make the most of it. Even though it seems fun at first, but becomes a burden later on. You will have to take responsibilities, but one thing that you should never do is forget yourself in the process of it. Do not take stress because you have too much going on around you. Make the most of what you have.
It is part of growing up to be self-reliant from our parents. As adolescents, we must have the ability to take control over our life and start doing things on our own, as well as solving our own problems and making decisions for ourselves. Hi, I am Cindi Fiona Santos, and today I am going to show you the ways on how to become emotionally and psychologically independent from your parents. First, embrace individuality and start to make your own decisions. The first step we should do when trying to become emotionally independent is to let go of your need for approval and stop relying on your parents to decide for you. Mom, I'm ready grown up and I know what I want. So please allow me to decide for myself and let me pursue the career that I want. All I need is your support and guidance. As an adolescent, you must get to know yourself and take control of what decisions you can make. as long as it will not affect your life and with your parents' guidance. At this age, you must know what you want to do, and this will give you more control over your emotions. Second, solve your problems by yourself. A part of being an adolescent is learning to find solutions for your problems by yourself. Do not rely on your parents to solve your issues. Sometimes you need to learn to take care of yourself and take responsibility in resolving your issues alone, but do not hesitate to ask your parent for help if you need it.
Hi, for me, having own decision making is very important because not all the time we are around our parents. Not all the time they've got our backs. And one day we will have our own life to live. When you're going to manage your plans, decisions are very important role because you need to decide what is your goal organization you're gonna pursue, what resources will you use, and who will do or perform the required task. From what I have experienced through the years of my existence, I had experienced good and bad outcome. I feel very happy when my decision is right, and when it's wrong, I must learn from it. But making decision is really hard. It might look easy, but when you are in a very suspenseful moment, it is very hard. We should know what are the best for our own sake and others. We must think what will be the outcome of our decision. But as always, there will be a negative outcome, but we should learn from the bad decision we made. So next time, we could handle it better. One great example is when you are going to eat and you have rice but you don't have a dish. Will you just open the canned goods or are you going to cook something? Of course, you will also think about the procedure and the risk that you will face.
The importance of this topic is for you to be capable enough of taking care of yourself, even when your parents or guardians are not around. It means that you know and you can decide on what is right and what is wrong, because you are capable enough to make decisions on your own. Also, it will increase your self-confidence and self-esteem. It means that you have a trust in yourself, so in case any problems or challenges you'll be encountering, you will face it positively and take it as an experience to learn from it, so that if you encounter those problems again, you know what are you going to do and not to do. Lastly, you can become an inspiration to those teenagers who are scared to decide on their own. I'm not saying that relying on your parents is bad, but what I am saying here is that maybe one day they will realize that if we can decide on our own, they can decide on their own too. In conclusion, having our own decisions in life will mold us teenagers to become a responsible adolescents and will help us to grow not just physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, but in all aspects of our life. Knowing that we are now facing adulthood, we need to soon pass this flame of being an independent to our children for them to become stronger and wiser too.
Just like what Alana Hunt says, it's only when you
Take responsibility
for your life
That you discover
How powerful you truly are.